What are the top 5 tips on buying a fixer-upper in Northern Virginia? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Here's the rundown. Hey everyone, I'm Darren Robertson, realtor in Northern Virginia with Robertson Residential Group. Thank you so much for joining us today. If this is your first time with us, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We post new videos every week and you don't want to miss anything. So, what are the top 5 tips on buying a fixer-upper in Northern Virginia? Tip number 1, focus on cosmetic fixer-uppers, not properties that need tons of work. So unless you're an experienced investor who has access to lots of cash and a crew of contractors that you work with on a regular basis, it's best just to focus on properties that need some minor updating. Examples of good cosmetic fixer-upper properties to focus on are properties that perhaps need some remodeling in the kitchen. Maybe they need new granite countertops or new quartz countertops. Perhaps they need new tile in the kitchen, new backsplash above the counters. Perhaps the property needs fresh paint. Maybe new vinyl plank flooring throughout or new hardwood flooring throughout. Perhaps it needs fresh carpeting in the bedrooms. Maybe the property needs some updating in the bathrooms. Perhaps new floor tile in the bathrooms or shower tile, a new bathroom vanity, new fresh paint in the bathroom, maybe some new light fixtures above the vanity. If you're not an experienced investor and you try to focus on properties that need lots of work, perhaps new systems like new HVAC systems, new water heaters, new plumbing, new electrical, a lot of deferred maintenance, it's very easy to find a lot of surprises that you weren't prepared for and to invest a lot more money than you wanted to invest. Tip number 2, it's important to analyze recent sales that needed work and also recent sales that were totally remodeled. So in the world of fixer-upper properties, there's something called ARV, after repair value. This is the value that the property would be worth if it were totally remodeled. And it's important to analyze that value going into the deal. A lot of people who are new to fixer-uppers think that calculating the value of a fixer-upper is as simple as just looking at the list price and subtracting the amount of money that you'll need to spend to upgrade the property. But if that were the case, that would assume that the list price was based on the value of a renovated property. So it's not as simple as that. That's why the concept of ARV is so important. It's just important to know what the property would be worth after you spend a certain amount of money upgrading it. So the formula for analyzing ARV is pretty straightforward. So you have the sales price of the fixer-upper, then you have the money that you spend fixing the property up, and then you have the ARV, what the property would be worth after you invest that money. So the way you calculate your profit is just taking the ARV and then subtracting the sales price of the fixer-upper plus the money that you spent upgrading the property and renovating it. When you're looking at similar recent sales in the neighborhood, you'll be able to get a feel for what properties have been selling for that have needed work versus what properties have been selling for that were totally remodeled. And that gives you the full picture of what the ARV would look like in that situation. Tip number 3, it's a good idea to get to know a couple contractors that you can reach out to for quick quotes on work. So as you start to tour fixer-upper properties, you'll start making notes on the work that's going to be required for each property. So it's just good to know a couple contractors that you can reach out to for a quick ballpark quote for any sort of upgrades that you're thinking about doing to a property that you're interested in. So every personal home that I've ever bought in my life has been a fixer-upper. So when I'm touring properties with clients, I'm able to give them a really good idea for how much different things would cost to update in a property. I've also helped a lot of clients buy fixer-upper properties over the years, so I've talked to a lot of contractors about a wide variety of different types of work on properties. Tip number 4, it's good to look for properties that have been in the market for a while and are overpriced compared to recent sales. So no matter how rough shape the property is in that you're interested in, most sellers are not willing to come down on price a lot in the first few days or the first week in the market. After a property's been in the market for a while, a seller starts to become more realistic about the sales price. They start to understand that they're not going to get the price that they originally wanted for the property. So the bottom line is, usually you'll have more negotiating power the longer a property's on the market. Also, if a property's only been on the market for a few days, and if the property is well priced, it's very possible it's going to get a lot of interest from other buyers, and you very well might have a bidding war on your hands. And it's really not fun to be in a bidding war on a property that's a fixer-upper that you'll have to invest a lot of time and money in. Tip number 5, it's always a good idea to have a home inspection contingency. Most fixer-upper properties are as-is sales, but a lot of buyers don't realize that you can actually have a home inspection contingency when you buy an as-is property. It just means that the seller won't be agreeing to repair anything or to give you any money after the home inspection. With an as-is sale, you would have an as-is void-only home inspection contingency, which means that you can cancel the sale after the inspection if you're not satisfied regarding the condition of the property. So again, unless you're an experienced cash investor who does a lot of fixes and flips, it's best to have a home inspection contingency because you don't know what you don't know. And if a lot of surprises come up regarding the condition of the property, you could lose a lot of money. So now you know the top 5 tips on buying a fixer-upper in Northern Virginia. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear if you're interested in buying fixer-uppers. And also be sure to hit that subscribe button. We post new videos every week and you don't want to miss anything.